Welcome to Subramani. We are very bad when it comes to time management and negotiation. So, what am I trying to tell you? Whenever we go to buy something, we think we should negotiate the price and beat down that person by 5%, 10%, 20%, depending on what you're buying, whether it is branded, where you are buying, etc. etc. So, and that is fair enough. I'm myself a value seeker, so I may go to the best market. Like in Bombay, if I want to buy something in big quantity and if I want to buy something very continuously, I may go to Crawford Market to buy it rather than buy it in my local market. Maybe I'll do that. I'm not talking about that. I am talking about people trying to save money, and they look at it as a percentage of the product that they're buying. So if I'm buying a 100 rupee product and if I can get 20 rupees off, I pat myself saying, wow, I've saved 20% of what I was spending on. But still it's only 20 rupees. Now is 20 rupees important for you? It should not be a proportion to the item that you're buying. It should be proportion to your net worth. So suppose let's say your net worth is 5 crores. So is 20 rupees important? I'm not even getting into value judgment. So your net worth should go to the denominator and what you're trying to save should go to the numerator, and then you decide whether that amount is important. Why am I saying this is spend proportionately large time on a bigger product where in absolute terms you will save more. So if you're buying a car for say 30 lakhs and you negotiate and you're able to slash the price by about 1 lakh, right? That 1 lakh is a big amount. Don't look at it as a percentage. 3% is what I saved, whereas on that 100 rupee item I saved 20%. Percentages don't matter unless you know what to put in the numerator and what to put in the denominator. Now, why am I talking about this? Because I think the biggest failure that people have, especially income earners, salary earners, is when they get to their salary negotiation. They put a lot of impediments on themselves. I recently met a boy who was about, I think 28, 29, and chartered accountant, well qualified in the sense that he's I think a first attempt chartered accountant, which puts a premium on you in the market. And he was working in a place which was paying him about 12 or 13 lakhs. And he said, I just found out because he came to meet his uncle, and his uncle was sitting with me, and I said, how much are you? It just happened, his uncle asked him, sorry, his uncle said, Subra knows something about chartered accountant, salaries, etc. So maybe you should discuss. So he said, I'm earning about 12 lakhs. This guy had come from Rajasthan, smart boy. And he was working in a place where he was not doing too well, I thought so. So I said, why don't you apply in the Big Four, because there's a huge shortage of chartered accountants for doing audits, etc. So his first thing was, oh, my English is not so good. So I said, I said, what are you doing about it? Are you doing anything about it, or are you just saying my English is not good, and 6 months later you will still say English is not good, so next 20 years later you will still say English is not good? Are you doing something about it? So he said no. So I said, lifelong you will live with this English is not good thing. And why do you think that Big Four you need good English? Right? They need good accountants, they don't need good English. That reminded me, and I gave him this example. 1988-89, a very big industrialist, now gone to the dust, so I am not naming him. I could have named him, but I didn't want to. We thought he was looking after the finances in his company, so he said, Subra, I am looking for some good chartered accountants. Sorry, whenever you can find, so tell me. And then he turns to me and said, Subra, these should be good chartered accountants. And I don't want these boys from Bombay and Delhi. I want choti wala Madrasi boys from South, or somebody from interiors of Gujarat or Rajasthan. So I said, they won't have good English. He said, who wants English? I got enough people who can speak English. I want guys with good number skills. I said, see, what you have is number skills, right? So when you have number skills, that is what people are looking for. Maybe I know one girl who had very good number skills, very good legal knowledge. She was a chartered accountant, company secretary. I think she was doing some CFA or something. So that kind of a girl, and she got absorbed into another company where the language was English, right? That's what happens in Indian companies, that the language is English. Even you go to Big Four, there's a lot of Hindi being spoken. I'm sure you need to have good English at some stage, but you have to at least sit and learn. I think the biggest mistake most people in salaries do while negotiating salaries they do is give out a stupid number. How much salary do you want? I want 6 lakhs. I want 7 lakhs. I don't think you should do that, right? Don't give out a number. You just say whatever you pay as per market standards, etc. Understand one thing: if you are underpaid, the market is watching, so some competitor will pick you up. So don't worry too much about that, but don't give up, quote a price which is less than what that company would have anyway paid you. And chartered accountant firms, Big Four, Big Five, whatever, they are not going to give you the moon, right? You ask for whatever you want. But look at it this way: this boy was earning about 12 lakhs, and I thought he had the potential to earn at least 17 lakhs. So you're talking about 5 lakhs difference. Assuming that the gap remains at 5 lakhs over next 10 years, you're talking of 50-60 lakhs, or 12 years, 60 lakhs invested in an SIP is about 1 crore. Now this boy, I'm sure when he goes somewhere, whether he's buying vegetables or whether he's doing anything else, he must be negotiating hard and saying कितने का दिया, मेरे को 5 रुपये बचाना है, 10 रुपये बचाना है, and what he's giving up by not negotiating or not thinking through clearly is about 1 crore in net worth over a 10-12 year period, because he does not even, he has put in his own limitations, saying, oh, Big Four will not take me because my English is not good, or Reliance will not take me, my English is not good. Reliance has people who can speak English. They need accountants, they need finance people, they need all kinds of people, right? Reliance is just a name that came up. I could have said anything else also, HDFC or HDFC Bank. Everybody needs people. Don't put your limitations when you are negotiating. Secondly, very important that you don't negotiate on the basis of what you are currently earning. What you are currently earning should not matter at all, right? So when you go for an interview, you say, look, I'm planning to do this work, this work, this work, and for this I think the market salary should, you pay me as per the market, or things like that. So don't restrict yourself. Maybe you are an accountant in a very big company, but to a new company where you are going in the finance and accounts function. So you're going to handle the accounting, you're going to handle the finance, and maybe the secretarial function. Maybe you added an ACS degree to yourself and you know how to do that. You were doing it a little bit in your previous job or job prior to that. Now you think you're capable of handling all three, right? The accounts, finance and the secretarial functions. So you will sit on top and there'll be others reporting into you. Obviously now you get paid for the work that you do and for the supervision that you do. Largely you get more paid more for the supervision that you do, right? At that stage what you are currently drawing should not matter. Maybe currently you are drawing 12 when you deserve 17, 18. So you say, look, I'm going to do all this, and for this the salary should be according to what the market is paying or what you will pay. In a very big company, they will slot you accordingly, or they'll say we can't afford you. They will not go out. If they're paying 15 lakhs or 17 lakhs, 15 lakhs for it, and you're asked for 18, they'll say, look, at this job we pay 15. You can take it or you can leave it. But they will not go out of their way to make it 18 because they'll upset a lot of others, right? So they will do what they have to do. But don't undersell. Build on your skills. Your English is not good, that's not a permanent problem, right? You can go and learn English. Enough tutorials are available online. Read enough books, write, whatever you want to do. Improve your English, because 6 months later, 1 year later, I don't want to hear that my English is not good. Yes, it was not good in 2022, but it has to be good in 2024. You got one whole year to... So that is where I think people lose out more. So, oh, I will go walking instead of taking an auto. I'll save 23 rupees. Fine, that's good for your health. But from a money point of view, negotiating your salary right and investing well in an index fund makes far more sense than trying to save money on some chai ka dukan or buying chai or stuff like that. That doesn't make sense. Don't waste your time on small things, right? They don't really matter, but the big things matter, but small things also matter. Start writing your accounts and you realize where you're spending the money. Once you do all this, you'll be a much better, sensible finance person. Thank you.